No, what I was concerned with is if your hands get underneath this line too far, too deep. You know, remember, depth is a measurement from here to here. If your hands are too deep, then they're too far behind you back here. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So look at this takeaway and make sure the club head stays outside your hands, which you did there. That's good. And the club face is a nice position there. Now he's got the world's strongest grip, so this club face looks more shut than yours. And then when he goes to the top, you can't even see his club face, but it's shut, trust me. And then when he comes down here, oh, okay, there's the plane of the shaft when his left arm's parallel to the ground. 57. We did this last time. I showed you this. That's why he's a good player. His shaft doesn't really change planes much, does it? It gets a little shallower. Look at his release. Shut face players release out. Notice where his hands are. They're not around to the left, are they? So shut face players swing out. They swing to the right more. That's how he hits a draw. He hits a draw on every shot. He doesn't have a fade. He doesn't know how to fade it. All right. So that club's looks pretty good, except, you know, like I told you, I want the shaft to be an extension of your left arm. I think the club needs to be pointed over there more. Now, look at Jordan Spieth. Now, this is swing perfect. No, there's no such thing as this perfect swing, but functional, I would say, yeah, it's very functional. The guy, second best player in the world. Club face is good. There's the club shaft.
I feel like on my takeaway, my hands are closer to this line versus his. Like my hands.
Well, you're a totally different build. Your hands are much lower than his. Okay, you have longer arms, so your hands are closer to the ground, closer to your right thigh. Your hands are, in my opinion, I think you will need to raise your hands up. See where his shaft is pointed at his belly button? Yours isn't pointed at your belly button. It's their hands are too low. So that's because you have super long arms. It feels comfortable for you there. I don't like it. I think your hands need to be a little higher. The shaft needs to be slightly more vertical.
8 feet touchdown.
Now your hand depth. You have long arms. So his hands are more in front of him at the top of his swing, because if you look at this plumb line, his hands never get to his right heel. And the shaft's in a better position. I would love your shaft to look like his. All right, the downswing. You're pretty steep coming in. But again, that's because your hands work out a little bit, and we're working on that. But not much. And the shaft gets a little shallower, so that's good. Doesn't look much different. His club face and your club face, what's the difference? What do you see?
His is more square.
His is not a shut, right? What about at the top of his swing? Where's his club face and where's yours relative to his?
Mine's closed.
A little more shut, right? So that's why we're working hard on keeping the grip neutral. We worked on that, I don't know, whatever, 3 lessons ago. We worked on that. And we worked on the shaft pointing more to the right. Sorry, to the left, the other right. So pointing more over here. Yeah. And, we worked, last time we said, I want your head not to drop down as much. We've been working on that for 2 years. That's still too much. But, it is what it is. So we just keep working on it. His head, does it go down? Yeah, everybody's goes down, but not like yours. So yeah, I mean, as you improve your these movements, as you get better with keeping your head in one place and not dropping it down, your consistency will go up, obviously. When you go down that much, it's hard not to hit it fat every once in a while. Do you ever do that?
Sometimes.
You haven't practiced with that head thing recently.
So one thing I want to do is the shaft is a little bit low here. I'd like to lift it up just a couple inches. And I'd like to get that club a little more to the left at the top.
I want to get it more shallow. I feel like my hands were still too far out.
Well, you don't get the shaft vertical enough, right? I mean, look at the difference between what his shaft angle is here. All right, so this is yours. Whoops, that's not a good accurate one. Right there. Actually, that's not too bad. 66. I don't think it's any different than his. His hands aren't so deep. Yeah, I mean, he's 63 or 66. His hands are more in the middle of his chest. Your hands are behind you a little bit on the takeaway. That's why you know, Jordan, that's why your hands work out, right? Because you get the club a little behind you on the takeaway. Like right there. Look where his hands are. Look where his hands are, right? Right there, right?
Yeah.
So watch this. If we draw a line right here, his hands are right over his toes, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we draw a line on your club, look where your hands are. They're not over your toes. They're inside your toes.
Yeah, so that's the thing I feel like I don't have the feeling of doing it. Like I can get the club outside my hands, but I need my hands to be more outside as well.
Well, right. I don't think that's really a big deal, but you're right. I mean, it's definitely, to me, impact is more important than any position. And so if we work back from impact, how do we get the impact more consistent? Well, we get the club face more square, and we get the shaft a little more on line at the top, and that'll improve your impact position. There's your impact position, okay, and look at his. So he's definitely more upright. And I think you would look more like that, you know, with time. I think it's going to